Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian declared on Saturday that his country is engaged in a full-scale war against the United States, Israel, and European powers, characterizing the geopolitical situation as extremely complex and difficult. The comments were made in a wide-ranging interview published on the official website of Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, underscoring Tehran's growing tensions with Western nations. Pezeshkian asserted that Western governments are actively trying to weaken Iran and do not want our country to remain stable. He portrayed the current confrontation as more severe and multifaceted than even the Iran-Iraq War of the 1980s, a devastating conflict that lasted 8 years and resulted in hundreds of thousands of casualties. While precise definitions of this war vary, the president's use of the term stresses that Iran views its confrontation with Western powers not merely as isolated disputes, but as a sustained campaign involving diplomatic, economic, cultural, and security pressures. Tensions between Tehran and its adversaries have increased markedly over the past year. In June 2025, Israel carried out airstrikes on Iranian military and nuclear facilities, a move that Iran said killed more than 1,000 people, including high-ranking commanders and nuclear scientists. The United States later joined in strikes on Iranian nuclear sites, significantly damaging key infrastructure. Iran responded with missile attacks that killed dozens in Israel. Since then, Western nations, including France, Germany, and the United Kingdom, have pushed to reimpose United Nations sanctions on Iran over concerns about its nuclear program, further intensifying economic and diplomatic pressures on Tehran. Pezeshkian's remarks come just days before Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is set to meet with U.S. President Donald Trump in Florida. Iran is expected to be a major topic of discussion, especially regarding the country's nuclear ambitions, regional influence, and the broader Middle East security environment. The timing underscores the complex interplay between military confrontations, diplomatic negotiations, and strategic signaling. Analysts view the president's rhetoric as a way to strengthen Iran's domestic political position, warn adversaries against further attacks, and set the stage for negotiations from a perceived position of resilience. Despite the pressures and damage from recent conflicts, Pezeshkian claimed that Iran's military remains robust. He stated that the country is now stronger in terms of both equipment and personnel than before the June confrontations, warning that any renewed aggression by the United States or Israel would be met with a more decisive response. Domestically, Iran faces economic challenges exacerbated by sanctions and geopolitical isolation, including currency depreciation and public dissatisfaction over livelihoods, factors officials say are linked to external pressures. Pezeshkian's declaration reflects a marked escalation in how Iran frames its relationship with Western powers. By describing the current situation as a full-scale or all-out war, Iranian leadership signals that multiple arenas, military, economic, and diplomatic, are now fronts in a broader confrontation. Whether this rhetoric presages further military escalation or serves primarily as political signaling remains a central question for regional policymakers and global observers alike.